TV Online News. My name is Olive Burrows, and these are the day's top stories. The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Chairman Issack Hassan has rejected an offer from MPs for mediated talks between themselves and the opposition. The opposition has been holding weekly protests to demand for their ejection from office, but Hassan says they have done nothing wrong to warrant the protests and says he will not justify them by engaging the protesters. The electoral body has come under fire with both the clergy and civil society calling for their reconstitution to ensure free, fair and peaceful 2017 elections. MPs Olago Alwatch, Alfred Keter, Paul B and William Cheptumo have pleaded with the commissioners to consider a negotiated exit in order to avoid throwing the country into further chaos. And still with the IEBC, the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights has condemned the police brutality witnessed during Monday's protests against the IEBC. The Commission chairperson Kagwira Mbogori says police must respect human rights, and more so now that the country is headed into an election year. Mbogori has asked all the victims of police brutality to file complaints with the Commission and the Independent Police Oversight Authority for legal measures to be taken against the officers involved. IPOA Chair Macharia Njeru says they have already begun investigating the complaints of police brutality, but says some officers may have been acting in self-defense given some of the protesters were armed with crude weapons.
I would say that the National Police Service is a service. It's not a force. And the wording in the Constitution by renaming the police service was not accidental or incidental. It was a purpose. It was purposed, and the transformation envisaged was transforming the police from a force who beat people and who brutalize people to a service, to a national service that provides an essential civil service. That is a law and order.
Businessman Mike Njeru was on Tuesday taken to task by the tribunal investigating the allegation that Supreme Court Judge Philip Tunoy took a 200 million shilling bribe from Nairobi Governor Evans Kidero. Njeru, who has been named as a co-conspirator in the solicitation by Geoffrey Kiplagat, was tasked with explaining why his former ally would turn on him. Njeru claims Kiplagat turned on him when he stopped giving him handouts and told him to be his own man. Nairobi Governor Evans Kidero's personal assistant, John Osogo, is next on Kiplagat's list of conspirators to testify before the tribunal on Wednesday morning. The tribunal adjourned at the end of April to give Njeru time to retrieve what he has described as extortionist emails from Kiplagat. And finally, the International Finance Corporation says it will double its funds to Kenya. IFC Executive Vice President and CEO Philip Lohuru made the commitment on Tuesday during a meeting with President Uhuru Kenyatta at State House, Nairobi. Kenya is already the biggest beneficiary of IFC on the continent, and it plans to invest further in the development of infrastructure and small and medium enterprises in the country. For more on these and other stories, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Capital FM Kenya.